Hi, my name is Shane Hare and I work for Mackay Area Productivity Services, or MAPS, and today I'm giving a quick introduction video to the new recording program called Agtrix Farming, which is now available to use from our MAPS website. So with this program, it's a web-based program that allows growers to record their nutrient and chemical applications and any other farm activity that they want to record on their farm. With any web-based program, the data is secured by a password and a login to your account, and you can only access the farms that you own. With that said, it needs two requirements to run. You need internet and Google Chrome as a web browser. So Google Chrome looks like this icon here, and it's free to download from any device or computer. So once you open Google Chrome, you want to head to the MAPS website, which is www.maps.org.au. Once you're at the MAPS website, you'll have a heap of information you might find useful about varieties, pests and disease, and any other projects. But on the right-hand side, we have a big button called Agtrix Farming. So if you click on this button, this will direct you to the login page. So you need an account set up first, and if you need help with this, I suggest ringing your MAPS officer and they will take you through the steps to set your account up. Once you have your own username and login, simply put the details in here. When you log in, this will take you to your farms that you have access to. And when it loads in, you'll get a satellite image of Australia on the right hand side. And on the left hand side, there's a series of big green buttons, each allowing you to record a different application. So we have the big green button here for land preparation and cultivations. For plantings, we have a button for chemical, nutrient. You can also record irrigation. You can record soil tests and soil test recommendations to paddocks. We can also record pest and disease issues or any other effect that is on your crop under scouting. So in later videos, we will go through each of these buttons and how to do a recording for chemical and nutrient. But in this video, I wanted to go through the basics of the program. So firstly, to find your farms, you go to the top left-hand side. There's a button called Selected Farms. When you click on this button, it will take you to the farms that you have access to. And in this case, we have access to farm 2002A and 2022A. And you can see a bit of information about those farms. To flip between the two farms, there's a mapping button here on the right-hand side. If you hover over it with your mouse, you'll see a thing come up saying View Farm on Map. Simply click that and you can toggle between the two farms or three farms that you have access to. So looking at the map on the right hand side, if you are using a mouse and keyboard, a mouse with a wheel, you can scroll the wheel forward and back to zoom in. If you don't have a mouse with a wheel, at the top right hand side there's a plus and minus button. You can use this to zoom in and zoom out. Looking at the map, the color scheme is pretty simple. We've got blue for fallow paddocks. So this paddock here, you can see that 9-1 is fallow. And anything that is green means that there's a variety planted on there. So 10-1, we've got 208 fifth ratoon. And the red line around the farm is the farm boundary. So that's the pretty simple color scheme for this map. Blue is fallow and green has a crop on there. Looking on the left hand side, you'll see a series of white buttons on the mapping screen. A couple of these you might use often. If you're looking at the one third from the bottom, you hover over that, it'll say Enable Map Measure Line. Click on that and you'll open up two tools. You've got Measure Line and Measure Polygon. So if we click on Measure Line, you'll see under the mouse it now says click to start drawing. So if you left click once and drag that across, you can measure the paddock. So to that distance, it's 0.61 kilometers or 610 meters. And if you double click that, you'll end the drawing and it'll leave an orange measurement line. So to do that again, click once on the left-hand side of the mouse, double click again, and that'll finish the drawing. To deselect that drawing, go back up the top and you want to click on this deselect button here. That'll remove any drawing. Now if I click on the polygon one, this is for measuring areas of paddocks. So to show you how this works, again, click to start drawing. Each click of the mouse will do a corner of the polygon. So if I measure the outside of this paddock, every click on the corner, you can see I'm measuring the area. So in the middle of that, there's the area of that drawing, 3.06 hectare. And if I double click, it will end that drawing. So to show you again, click once, start drawing your shape with each click, double click to end the drawing, and you have 1.4 hectares in that square area there. So to deselect again, go up to the top and press on the deselect button. Another tool that you might use is the one above that, this little black mapping button. Hover over that, it says show map layer tools. Click on that. We have two options. You can change the background from photo, which it currently is a satellite image, to street view. Street view will bring in the road names and creek names, and it gives a simple palette color scheme. Put that back to photo view. You can change the foreground layer to Mackay soils. This will load in your soil types on your farm. So this will take a little bit of time. It'll load in the colors of different soil changes that might be on your farm. So to look at the key for this soils layer, go to the right hand side of the foreground. It says show foreground legend. Click on that box and it'll bring up the color scheme. So you can see on this farm, the majority of this farm is a podzolic soil type, and you've got a bit of solitic, the orange soil type in here. So that's a useful map that you might refer to often. So that's the basics of this program. We will go through in detail how to do each of these recordings here in separate videos. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope this was of some use to you, and we'll see you in the next video.